Hey guys, how's it going? I decided to make a quick little video of my van. The weather's a little dark, so I wish you could see it a little better. But this is the 1975 Ford Econoline that I've been living in. You can see it does have a raised top, conversion top, which makes things much nicer for me now that I'm, well, not now that I'm 6'3", but I am a 6'3" foot tall guy. So that makes it really nice for me. Still bump my head every now and then though. You can see it's really pretty simple. It's in really good condition. An older couple took track of it. Hopefully you guys can hear me with the wind. But they kind of left it in their garage and just kind of sitting around under a tarp a lot, and then went and moved. So this is what it is. Anyway, you can see that there's a lot of areas up here I can hook up to water. It is a camper van, and I can have propane that I run, a stove, and also a little fridge on the inside. You could actually hook these things up pretty decently to a normal, decently easy to a normal van. We can talk about that a little bit later. But there's a quick view of the exterior. And now on the inside, I'll give you a little tour. When you first come in, you walk straight into my bathroom. We have a little chemical toilet. I don't use it that often. There's a lot of places that I can go to the bathroom. However, there has been some emergencies, I'll tell you that. So I'd go ahead and I'd use that, no problem, especially when there's people around and things. But you'd be surprised, it doesn't stink. It's really easy to take care of, really easy to clean. There's my closet right there. I keep a lot of my nicer clothes in bags like this, and then whatever I'm usually wearing very often, I'll have pretty accessible, let's say that. Then I have simple trash bags that I use. This is a hookup for my stove. So there's my whole kitchen area. I have a lot of tabletop space. I really like it. I like it to keep it just clean and clear. This is pretty much what it looks like almost all of the time. Then I have little drawers for a lot of different things. Like in here I have, headphones, little necessities, can opener, knives and spoons, forks, and then I always keep, lighter to light everything, and pens, pencils, pretty simple. And then I keep some books and other little junk drawer there, and then all sorts of like toiletries and things, toothbrush, everything there. Then down there I have like socks and other things that are important. And then underneath too, well, one of the questions that people always ask whenever they hear in a van is like if it stinks or what's it like. You can see I have a lot of windows and it gives me a lot of ventilation. Thinking about tinting them. It might be nice for the sun. That's another thing we'll discover. But it really doesn't stink that bad. I actually live with a dog also. His name is Kronk. You'll see him eventually. But in here is where I keep anything that might stink. So I have his life jacket. He sucks at swimming. So I have his life jacket, his dog food that I keep in there all the time. All the dog treats or anything else I'll put into Ziploc bags and throw them back there. And then over here is where I have my dirty clothes. And then underneath you can see in the black, I have 22 gallons worth of water storage down there, so that's really nice. There's my stove. I'll take it out and then I'll plug it up there, and that's where I'll cook on top. You can see my inverter works like a charm, and actually I have it hooked up to an outlet here, so it makes it really nice. This is actually the pump for the sink, and that's where I can pump the water up. And you can see, you might have already seen that I have, this is my bedding area, sleeping bag. It's actually really messy right now, but I actually haven't been sleeping in my sleeping bag. And you can kind of see the outline of a table that goes right around through there, like this. And so I can pop it up into a table if I'd like. However, I usually don't. I'll have people over and we'll play cards, or usually we'll do different things that way, but usually don't ever use the table. You can see the curtains. Those are homemade by me. Those are bungee cords. Very simple. I went to Walmart and got some blackout insulating curtains. They work really well in the winter. In the summertime, they've worked pretty well. It does get kind of hot. Looking for better places to park with more shade. But all I did was just cut them up into the right dimensions, put a little loop in them, and then hooked them up with the bungee cords. And I actually connect them with, you can see little L braces and a little ring. Just hook them in and go. So that's worked really well. You can see up here I have my storage area. I do have some clothes in this tub. I take shorts, t-shirts, anything else I might be wearing, keeps them nice and folded. And a lot of the jeans, I'll just have them folded up, or other pairs of shorts and stuff, like I'll have them all folded up and lined up in that last Tupperware. That works really well. Here I have all my gear. I like to do tons of outdoor stuff, and that's where I keep most of that. And I do have a couple little extra like food storage and things in the back. But that's all relatively pretty simple. You can see I have lights installed everywhere. You can see I have those plugged in. The second battery is underneath this seat here. And then I do have extra storage underneath all of the seats, which comes in handy. Like all my winter clothes that I'm really not going to be using for the next little while, all go back down in there. I do have some hunting gear, more like outdoor survival type stuff, which I enjoy. And that's all down in there too. I don't ever really use it that often, so it's there just in case. Most of my water I do out of jugs, or I'll get like an iced tea jug or something like that. I use a lot of those. You can see that I did take out the passenger seat. I have that stored in a friend's garage. He doesn't mind at all, but I do travel with the dog, so there's his backpack from Roughwear. Shout out to Roughwear. And you see my shoes, things that I wear, every day, all the time that way. But there's a cockpit, really, really pretty simple, nothing crazy. 20,000 original miles, I think I mentioned that. Also too, up here, if I take a step back, you can see I have a little area that I store food. I kind of blocked it off, just because, out of sight, out of mind type thing. I don't have to look at it all the time, deal with it. So this is where I store a lot of my food. Also in the fridge, that also stores my food too. So I eat a pretty simple diet, really just plants and animals. If you guys have read anything about the Primal Blueprint, vegetables, lots of vegetables, and meats, eggs, things like that. I've been trying to gain some weight, but that's been hard lately. I naturally just have a really fast metabolism, and that has been tough, gaining weight. But I've put on a couple pounds. I have about 20 more that I want to go, and I'll keep you updated on that if you're interested in any way. But really pretty simple. Just figured I'd let you take a quick look at my van, the inside, what it's like, and it's really pretty simple situation. Living in a van isn't the easiest thing, but at the same time, it's really not that hard at all. It's quite enjoyable for me. You can see right now we're just at a city park. People playing frisbee and whatever else. It's really not a big deal. Go ahead, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment area below. Same thing on the blog. You can go ahead and see there. I'll put some extra information about my van on the blog. So any of the small details that you might want to know is there, or any questions, obviously I'll be able to answer those. And in the meantime, take care. We'll be talking soon. It seemed like there's something else I wanted to say, but not, to be honest, I can't think of it. So there's my van. Take care.